Stephen.
And now we turn to a story about environmentally friendly products and if you're getting what you pay for.
That's right. Well, from eco-friendly to non-toxic, consumers are bombarded these days with catchphrases related to the green movement. What do these phrases mean, though, and are their claims accurate? According to a study released by environmental marketing firm TerraChoice, they examined the products and found 99% of the labels were either false or misleading. TerraChoice President Scott McDougall joins us from Ottawa. Good morning.
Morning.
99%. Wow, that's pretty damning. Tell me about the study, how you conducted it, and perhaps what you were most surprised by.
Well, we were surprised by the number, but first of all, I should start by saying that this is an exciting time because more than ever before, Canadian consumers want to spend their money in ways that are more protective of their families, their communities, and the world, and their planet, and they should be encouraged to do so. And positively, business is responding aggressively to meet that need, but as it responds, it's struggling with how to convey these messages meaningfully and honestly. So we were aware of this, we'd become aware of it. The number of 99% surprised us. It's quite a pervasive problem right now.
You define a term called greenwashing. Tell me what that is.
Greenwashing is environmental whitewashing. It's making claims about a product with respect to its environmental benefits or impacts that are either false or misleading.
So, and you also, as part of the report, you came up with the 6 sins of greenwashing. So let's go through them, and you can explain as I raise each one. The sin of the hidden trade-off.
Well, the sin of the hidden trade-off. Let me give you an example. We buy toilet tissue for our homes or paper towel, and it's very positive if that toilet tissue or paper towel comes from a sustainably harvested forest. But when a marketer tells you just about sustainable harvesting practices, they're not telling you anything about the milling practices, which can be very damaging to the environment. And so I'm like a magician drawing your attention to my left hand so you can't see what my right hand is doing. Consumers need information about the whole life cycle of a product.
Okay, I get that. The sin of no proof.
Sin of no proof is, I think, self-explanatory. Consumers are highly educated these days, particularly on issues like environment, where they're trying to protect their kids and their families as they feed them breakfast and shampoo them and clean them. And they're owed evidence. And so when I make an environmental claim as a marketer, I need to be able to substantiate it, if not on the label, then at my company website, or by relying on a third-party certification like Eco-Logo or Green Seal. And I need to demonstrate and make the evidence transparent to my audience.
The sin of vagueness.
The sin of vagueness is a very popular one. Natural this, eco-friendly that.
Green that.
Right, green trinkets, eco widgets. They're appealing, but in and of themselves, they're utterly meaningless. All natural is a great example. Arsenic is natural. Cyanide is natural. I don't want any of these things in my shampoo, but it's quite true to say they're natural.
Yeah, cyanide shampoo. No, I agree with you on that one. Sin of irrelevance.
Sin of irrelevance, we found one particularly common example of this, and it has to do with a material called CFCs, or chlorofluorocarbons, which is an ozone-depleting substance, was once used commonly in aerosols, in shaving cream, in household sprays of all types. Happily, was banned by law 20 years ago, but on your store shelves today at the grocery store, you will still find aerosols claiming proudly, as if it's a competitive advantage, that they are CFC-free. Of course they're CFC-free. It's illegal to have CFCs.
The sin of fibbing.
The sin of fibbing is just outright dishonesty, and in our study we found this most commonly when products claim to be certified by an outside organization and simply weren't.
Wow, okay. And the sin of lesser of two evils.
Well, this goes to an interesting issue, which is whether or not the consumer needs this very product in the first case. Our organization has been approached to certify through Eco-Logo and assist organic tobacco, for example. We thought that although if one must smoke, one ought to choose organic, arguably. The environmental consequences of smoking as a whole, environmental and health consequences, are so large that it would be the lesser of two evils. And we don't think consumers ought to be misled into choosing between the lesser of two evils without understanding the full context completely.
Scott, lastly, just want to ask, for household cleaners, shampoos, paper towels, these sorts of things, what should consumers look for?
Consumers, the reason we did this study is to put simple tools in their hands. They need to bear these 6 sins of greenwashing in mind, or they need to look for third-party certifications like Eco-Logo or like Green Seal.
Okay. Scott McDougall, thank you very much. Appreciate your time. Very interesting.
Thank you. Have a great day.